All right, a special segment here on the Weather Network, and that's because I have a guest here who I always enjoy speaking with. Of course, our very own storm hunter, Mark Robinson. And Mark, we're bringing you on the show here because we want to talk about the challenges of forecasting thunderstorms in this kind of scenario. Maybe you can explain a little bit of what I'm talking about.
Well, first I'll have to apologize to everyone. Usually when I'm on the show, it does not bode well for everyone around the province. But today is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, trying to forecast for the thunderstorms when you have an air mass the way, like the hot and humid tropical air mass that we have in place is very tricky. The models don't handle these scenarios very well, simply because we have almost like, I would put these thunderstorms closer to the thunderstorms you see in Florida in the summer times, which is those storms that go straight up and then come straight back down, producing tremendous amounts of rain, but not necessarily a lot of these things that we associate with severe weather, like, you know, giant hail, really, really high winds, tornadoes, that kind of stuff. We don't have the wind shear to really get those going, but we're likely to see those, as I said, tropical style thunderstorms, and exactly where they're going to be is going to be the tricky part, and that's where where I'm going to be taking a very close look at the forecasting models and trying to figure out exactly where I'm going to go.
Well, it's like, that's like you're reading my mind, Mark, because I'm going to ask you, as a storm chaser, how do you plan your day under this kind of a scenario? I mean, some days it's like you know exactly where you need to be at what time. But in a days like today, like, what do you do? Like, how does Mark Robinson plan his day when the circumstances are going to be this unpredictable?
Well, it's often like this. There's a storm. Oh no, there's one over there. I mean, in all honesty, though, one of the things that we do have a little bit lucky here in Southern Ontario is we do have the lake breezes. And those are like miniature cold fronts that come off of the lakes. And the storms tend to fire along those boundaries. And then when storms go up and they drop back down, they give you a nice big cold pool. So that's that cold air that sort of goes outwards from the storm. And along the edge of that, those what we call outflow boundaries, will fire off new storms. So we'll have them sort of popping up all over the place until the heat begins to drop. And then that's it. It's over.
All right, Mark. Well, we will be watching for your adventures today and perhaps catching up with you again tomorrow. The heat and humidity also has arrived into the Maritimes, into New Brunswick once again, and there's a threat of thunderstorms, but even inland areas of Nova Scotia, again, widely scattered in nature. The heat is into Newfoundland and Labrador as well. Today, Toronto 30, feels like 40. Montreal and Ottawa, it feeling like the mid-40s, so staying cool is most important, and even if you get a thunderstorm, it's not really going to do much to cool you down too much. 15 to 20 degrees across the prairies today. We do have some scattered thunderstorms into Alberta and British Columbia, but for you, your temperatures will be getting back to more seasonal values and even above seasonal in some cases, as finally we see the break in that upper trough that's plagued you. But the heat in the east starts to break somewhat Friday, for other areas into the weekend.